Yo, so crash, bang, wallop his people. There was so many finishes on this card. It was crazy, right? It was crazy. Now, we start things off because the prelims were stupid. Prelims are stupid, people, right? So many, it was fireworks, right? So we start off with our second fight of the night, the flyweights. It was Hyun-sung Park against Carlos Hernandez. This fight, right, is because Park, his demeanor was it would have been a nightmare, right, if you're Hernandez, because Park was just stalking forward. Now, Hernandez is throwing punches in bunches, but Park is slipping them for the most part, catching some on his gloves, right? And he's just got that attitude of, what are you doing? Hey, why are you bothering? You know I'm gonna fuck you up, right? That's what it seemed like. You know what I mean? So Park, yeah, he's avoiding landing these shots. He gets a takedown, right? Gets a takedown. I think did he catch a leg? No, he just got the takedown, right? And quickly transitioned to the back. At first, he wasn't underneath the chin. He was cranking on the mouth, right? And there was a moment where it looked like Hernandez was gonna tap, but then he didn't. But then Park got his arm underneath the chin, and then it's all she wrote, right? It was over. So that was like crazy. Yeah. Park weren't playing. Park really weren't playing. And the next fight, right? So we got the women's strawweights. We had Elise Reed against Denise Gomes. Boy, right? Because Gomes, she's good, but she goes to the well a lot with when she thinks one thing is working, she does kind of predict what she's doing. Didn't really matter tonight, right? Because she might have been predicting shit, but Reed just was not doing anything to stop what was going down, right? So straight away, Gomes, she throws a big overhand right, lands it, and you're just like, fuck, right? She lands another overhand and rocks Reed, and then takes her down. Now, you could say it probably would have been better for her to keep standing. Like, she's the shorter girl, so to drop ground and pound is going to be a little bit harder for her. You know what I mean? To get up, because she's just punching the body, right? Like, if you're skilled with the guard, you can hold someone like that back a bit and prevent them from doing some stuff. So she takes it down, does a little bit of, some shots to the body, all of that. And, Reed survives for the second. In the corner, right? Her corner's like trying to G Reed up. You know what I mean? Be like, look, avoid the overhand, do all of this. So we're in the second round. They're exchanging kicks, all of that jazz. And it's funny, because Bisping is like, Reed needs, because the corner didn't tell Reed to keep her guard up. And he's like, she needs to bring her guard up, because that's why she keeps on getting hit by the overhand right. And literally, I feel it was literally a second later, Gomes lands another huge right. Another huge right that just rocks Reed. Reed goes down. She goes down. But she then kind of like stumbles up. You can see she's still not great. And Gomes hits her with a big. I think she hits her with another. What did she do? A big left. Yeah, a big left. Then just completely plants Reed. Gomes follows up with some ground and pound, but didn't really need to. It was over with the left. I mean, it's kind of over with the first right, but yeah, man, like that fight was a very good example, people, that you need to keep your fucking guard up, right? Boy, whew. So we had more ladies, right? It was the bantamweights this time. It was Tainara Lisboa against Luana Santos. And man, this fight, right? Like, it was all about the grappling. It was all about the grappling. But the interesting thing was, besides Santos just controlled Lisboa, which was interesting because Lisboa has jits, right? So yeah, it was interesting that the fact that she was controlled so much. But I think what is very interesting is the difference in fighters, right? Because Santos was really doing her thing, right? Really doing her thing. I think she caught the kick, right? She caught a lazy kick and got her takedown. So she's on top. Not really doing a lot, right? Not doing any damage, ground and pound wise. She was going for some subs, but I think Lisboa was doing a very good job of avoiding and keeping safe. But it wasn't an urgency, right? And when you look at people like Gillian Robertson, who, when she's on top, she is not looking just to hold you for the round, right? She's looking to fuck you up. She's looking to either finish you with ground and pound or lock in a submission. But she's not stagnant on top. She's very active. And you have some people who are very good at jiu-jitsu, but they're not that active on top. And Santos wasn't crazy active. But you think, right? You think we're going to a second. And in the dying moment, right? Because you hear that 10-second clacker, right? To tell you the round is nearly done. Usually, once that hits, you're like, okay, we're getting through, right? The person can survive, they're getting through. But she put on an arm. Is it an arm bar? I feel it was an arm bar. Like an arm crank key lock. That's the one. She put on a key lock. And Liz, it was in the second round. I was going to go to a third. But yeah, she put on a key lock and got the submission from Lisboa, which was, man, it was so close to the end. It was very surprising. But boy, yeah, it was a very good sub, right? It was a very good sub. But, yeah, I think Lisboa will be disappointed with the fact, her ability on the ground, right, to get up. And sometimes, someone will hold you, but it's just like, at least make the attempts. You know what I mean? So, we close off Crash Bang Wallop with the lightweights. Man, we had Thiago Moisés against Jared Golden. And like a lot of the fights, people, this one did not go how I thought it would. No, it did not. Oh, man. Right? So, it was a night for people throwing shitty kicks and getting taken down. Right? It was one of those. It's Gordon. He took Moisés down like that. Right? Took him down. But Moisés did a good job of getting up. Right? They were exchanging shots. And I'll say that Moisés landed some good shots. He landed a big, right? A big right. And you're thinking, fuck. Gordon ate it, which you're just like, I mean, you know Gordon's got a good chin. But it was just like, how the fuck are you eating that shot? What is going on here? You know what I mean? And Moisés landed a left hook, a really good left hook on Gordon. Here's the thing though. Because Gordon ate that and countered with, a right hand that flattened Moisés. And he is out. Gordon follows up with some ground and pound that was not even needed. And that's all she wrote. People. Oh my days. Some really good finishes. Some really good fights. That was Crash Bang Wallop.